Hey Barbies, welcome to the last hurrah of my digital artifact content, that being the Y2K Girl Gaming podcast. As mentioned throughout this blog, it is focused on the beloved 2000s game, The Sims. So let's unpack it. Now, obviously this podcast was done with my amazing fellow peers, Chloe, Bianca and Grace, and we made a total of 4 podcast episodes on our Instagram account. I thought it would be a funny idea to include some of our behind the scene videos of filming these podcast episodes. So enjoy these 2 clips.
Reshaped our perspectives. The Sims stands as timeless gem.
Let's recap quickly. The Sims. Sorry, that
It's
was
okay.
beeping.
That's right.
Now, the method that was established was to create 4 podcast episodes, aiming to reach a length of about 5 minutes each. The idea of using podcasts as our medium was to discuss The Sims in a way that can build a strong and engaging community of listeners who share a love for the gaming, especially relating to Sims content, which is what you guys are viewing right now. Don't we love a little gameplay build mode? Now I'm just going to be unpacking the analytical frameworks used, which were incorporated throughout our whole DA process. The analytical framework approach was used to complete a textual analysis on the digital artifact. These 3 frameworks that related most to The Sims were the nostalgic framework, the fan-base framework, and media archaeology approach. Hence, analytical frameworks are tools or structures that help researchers organize, categorize, and analyze data or information, which is what we did throughout our podcast episodes. Through the lens of nostalgia, I was able to interpret the shared experiences with my fellow podcast members on our relationship with growing up playing The Sims, unpacking how nostalgia often involves examining the emotional components and flashbacks that happen whilst playing the game. The idea of the podcast episode was to allow both long-term fans and newcomers to immerse themselves into certain gaming features. Additionally, the fan-base framework allowed the digital artifact to consist of how dedicated fans express the game through modding enthusiasts, custom content, and the creation of YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok videos uploaded online for viewers to view. Now, continuing on from the fan-base framework, I thought what better way to incorporate you guys as fans than to show your game content videos online. As a Sims player myself, I loved watching YouTube videos. Delegracy on YouTube with over 1.8 million subscribers was my favourite content creator. And lastly, the 3rd podcast episode discussed the media archaeology approach. This valuable framework allowed us to delve into the intricate layers of cultural and technological history within different media forms. Media archaeology was a tool used to comprehend the culture of online gaming, in particular towards The Sims. For this project in particular, it was my first digital artifact collaboration. I found it very helpful with coming up with content ideas, cover images for posts, and in editing, a breeze when you do it as a team. Although hence this DA was produced through Instagram compared to past projects, which was all taking place on TikTok as a primary platform, I noticed the iteration process was very different. A source I found said the likelihood of engagement on TikTok is 3.86% higher than on Instagram. To wrap up my digital artifact, the examination of The Sims gameplay grounded in the academic frameworks allowed the podcast episodes to relive the intricate layers of the game media. The compilation of this digital artifact allowed myself, a Sims fan, to share player motivations and connections between respective communities. The academic framework applied ensured the group podcasts were filled with content that was entertaining, insightful, and above all, relatable to other Sims gamers. I believe the aim of the Y2K Girl Gaming podcast was achieved in exploring the world of the loved 2000s game of The Sims through the analytical frameworks of nostalgia, fan-based studies, and media archaeology. Thanks for watching, Barbies. Until next time, keep simming!